Okay, so that was the 200th episode of Smallville, and it was friggin' sweet! Okay, where do I friggin' start? Moses is laughing in the background. You probably can't see him. Or you probably can't see because of the light. I brought some friends of mine over to check the episode out, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. We see Clark go to his high school reunion, and basically he gets a visit from Brainiac 5 from the future, and he takes him on a little tour of going around the high school. And yeah, it's kind of interesting because we see the past, the present, and the future, because really what happens here is Clark is taken by the Legion Ring to like all these different time zones to learn more about himself. We find out that he still blames himself for Jonathan's death, even though his ghost came at him in the friggin' episode Lazarus and told him to stop moaning and complaining about blaming himself. And yeah, then we find out there's this guy, I forget his name, he's from the second episode, Metamorphosis, the bug arachnid dude, who he was fighting Clark, and now he's back here. And that's actually an interesting point, which we'll get to. But we get to this point where they're going to when he goes to the present, he thinks that the guy is going to attack Lois, and he's sort of wondering what's going to happen, and then he grabs Brainiac 5's ring, and so he gets sent to the future accidentally. And there he runs into Lois, who obviously knows about Clark and Superman and all that. And then we find out that they are possibly married.
They're married. Definitely
married.
What the hell?
Well, with this huge debate, it's like they're obviously married. I know that they're obviously married.
No, they're actually married, man.
Yeah.
Do you know why they're married? Because why would you say honey? Anniversary.
Because it's the anniversary of when she told him.
I don't care. They're married. They're like 30 now.
Not 30. It's 3 freaking years.
It's 3 years later?
Yeah.
They look like it's freaking 20 years from now. They're all their business.
20 years? They don't look 40.
No, but they're all freaking all businessy now and everything.
So when I get into a journalism program, I can't be businessy. Like,
no, but like they look like they were hot shots who had big promotions and everything.
Because they did have a promotion.
In 3 freaking years, how realistic is that?
No, Brain, man.
Yeah. Things just don't happen.
No, Brain. They're actually, I don't know,
Okay,
man.
I admit
you
it.
saw another
they
episode?
They probably are married. It's just a theory, though.
Married.
Anyway.
They're definitely married.
So what kind of comes from that is, when they go into the future, they actually pull the Universal Paradox Clause, because Clark ends up running into his future self in the elevator. And because of this whole, really, if you just gotta roll with it, because I don't know what the heck else you can say. I almost said what the heck and what the hell at the same time. So he tells him to go save this helicopter that Lois is up on, and while he's going to, okay, this is the thing that does not make any sense. He's going to Superman. Okay, I'm gonna call the future Clark Superman. All right. Superman tells Clark that he's going to go get a nuclear reactor, stop it from blowing up, while Clark goes to save the helicopter. All he does is swirl around the mushroom cloud. That doesn't stop a friggin' nuclear bomb!
You don't know that.
Whoa! Are you friggin' serious?
He's Superman! He carried a mountain!
Yeah.
That guy's crazy.
It's not the same Superman.
It's a future Superman.
Anyway.
We don't know, it's a future. It's a future. No,
guess what he can do? Superman. You know, it's Superman 2.
He goes circle around it. Like, you know this Dragon Ball Z? Like
You hated Dragon Ball Z!
But
no, Dragon Ball Z was the
No,
best.
I hated it because they screwed it over and made it into this stupid children. No, they spin.
I'm never bringing you guys on this show again.
No, they spin all over it, and then it makes it tinier and tinier.
Can I get back to the episode?
Because it's like dust.
Can I get back to the episode?
Yeah, it's like wind.
And they drag it on for like 20
Anyway,
episodes.
so he gets back to the future. We see a bit of Brainiac. He was plugging into the head of some guidance counselor who had like a voodoo doll of Clark, I don't know where the frig that was going. Somebody obviously has some pretty big issues
the
about
old lady needs to move
some
on with
weird
their life.
guidance counselor. Anyway, so what happens is he saves Lois. They make out a bit on the rooftop. He sees obviously that he can fly, and he sees a blur of himself going off. And he doesn't find out about the Superman officially thing. He just knows he's got a new costume, he can fly, and Lois knows his secret. And she knows a lot about it. There's obviously a lot of stuff here that is referencing that she knows thoroughly into some stuff about Clark. We don't get any references to Lex, unfortunately, or Jimmy or anybody like that. We got one Perry reference, but what happens is he goes back to the present and he sees the guy, the Spider Boy, about to talk to Clark or talk to Lois, and he finds out that he actually was not trying to get revenge on Clark, but he actually wanted to thank him because he set him straight after their little fight back 9 years ago. So that's what's really cool about it, because really we see that Brainiac was showing him that Clark has been prejudging a lot of people. And he's sort of he's sort of he's clapping in the background.
No, I was about to fight.
He's really just figuring out that he's sort of leapt before he looked a lot of times, and he's realizing that he needs to give people a lot of consideration about what they're really after, and that leads into where Oliver is getting frigging just friggin' hacked by this like female journalist or talk show host, and he decides to welcome Oliver's choice and stand by him even though he doesn't like it. So I think this is really interesting. And then there's this little thing at the end where Clark and Lois, they have this little disco ball in the barn, and they're slow dancing. He admits that he loves her, she admits that she loves him, and then he starts to float off the ground with her. Holy crap! He friggin' flew! Technically, he's done it before, but he friggin' floated! That's good enough for me. I definitely see why there was a lot of hype for this episode. Definitely a landmark 200th episode. This was awesome. What did you think?
It was great.
Great. This is your first Smallville episode, isn't it?
One of them. I just did glimpses of it.
Well, what did you think?
It was good because, we got to see the past, and
the present
he
and
flew
the future.
first time when he was in love. When he was in love.
Anyway, that's about it. I thought it was interesting for a 200th episode for the review, and I thank you guys both for putting up with having to watch it, even though you probably have no idea what the heck was going on.
No, I knew quite a bit of what was
You knew a bit. Okay. Everybody knows Superman. All right. See you guys. Bye.